Everybody, it is Friday, May 29th. It is a slightly nice day, it feels like. It feels like it's going to be. I don't want this to turn into something else. It is Poetry Friday, and I have 5 poems for you today. Last week I took some of the... I'm sorry, I'm still tired. It is 8:14 in the morning as I am recording this. Last week I gave you guys the 7th graders poems, or some of the 7th graders poems. I have one 8th grade poem for you today. That's because most of the 8th grade poems are, though quietly reserved, also sometimes just things like, always watch what you're doing because you never know who's watching. A lot of little one-line commentaries. So with that, I have 5 poems for you. I'm going to start off with... You know what? I'm going to start off with the 8th grade poem, because I feel like on today, and with everything going on in the world, I feel like it's a very good way of starting things. So... this poem is by one of my 8th graders. They know who they are. I sit here, you sit there. However do we compare? And I thought, that's simplistic. I hope they didn't take it from somewhere else. I hope they just came up with it themselves, because it is beautiful in its own way. How do we ever possibly compare ourselves to others when none of us live the same lives? So with that, going directly into Imperfect, I have to the boy playing with his army men on the front lawn. They say that everyone is fighting some kind of battle, but I have no good excuse for my surprise attack. A ride by on bicycle, words flung like a grenade. I wanted to hear the pop of the pin, taste the insult in my mouth, feel my heart pound in the moments before the blast. And then it was done. I couldn't take it back. I pedal away, feeling like the enemy, even to myself. This was by Michelle Heinrich Barnes. Our second poem from this book is Peeling Your Words Away. Are you sorry? I don't know, but I have your wounding words splashed across my brain and heart like spray-painted letters, careless neon and eye-catching. How can I think other thoughts with these here taking up all the room? I carefully peel up the words like stickers, letter by letter, tugging at the edges and pulling carefully. When they rip, I start over, picking from another side, until finally they all come loose, flimsy and flat, so I crumble them up and toss them away. That's by Tabitha Yeats. I feel like those two go very well together. Poems about saying the wrong thing to someone just to hurt their feelings, to let loose the grenade, but not getting far enough away before it hurts both of you. And the concept of peeling the words that we feel from people off of ourselves, which I think is just overall a very hard thing to do. So, this, once again from Brown Girl Dreaming, from Jacqueline Woodson, is the Butterfly Poems. I thought it was very cute. No one believes me when I tell them I am writing a book about butterflies. Even though they see me with the childcraft encyclopedia heavy on my lap, opening to the pages where the monarch, painted lady, giant swallowtail, and queen butterflies live. Even one called the Buckeye. When I write the first words, wings of a butterfly whisper, no one believes a whole book could ever come from something as simple as butterflies. That don't even my brother says, live that long. But on paper, things can live forever. On paper, a butterfly never dies. That is the Butterfly Poem by Jacqueline Woodson. And I've got one more for you. It's called A Center. It's by a poet named Hajin, I believe. I hope I'm not wrong on that. Hajin, Hajin? Possibly. It's called A Center. You must hold your quiet center, where you do what only you can do. If others call you a maniac or a fool, let them wag their tongues. If some praise your perseverance, don't feel too happy about it. Only solitude is a lasting friend. You must hold your distant center. Don't move even if the earth and heaven quake. If others think you are insignificant, that's because you haven't held on long enough. As long as you stay put, year after year, eventually you will find a world beginning to revolve around you. And it's a quite nice ending poem. The reason why I chose it is because in the world that we are currently living in, it is becoming harder and harder to see ourselves being able to stand up by our own ideals, to go for the things that we want and the things that we need and the things that we love. It becomes harder in the pandemic, and it becomes harder when we look at the news. And I know that this is going out to you. I know that if not for anything else, you will listen to this, and you are important. I know that you will make a future that you want to see. I know that will happen. If no one else sees this, you have. So, I hope that you can make something of this. Because I will still be trying to do it myself. So, I'm Mr. Delaney. And I hope I see you.